room, and it's got me thinking about the crazy things we used to do for the fame, for the power, for the fortune. Ducked prison, ducked death, unfortunate. It was all a dream. Now I wake up and live it, thinking that the sky was the limit. Till I figured out the footprints on the moon. Now I'm like, get out the way.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Toronto Raptors. Taking a look at Toronto, these guys have been rolling. There is some significance to this game for them because victory here means they will officially have the third best record in the league.
Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David. And we've got time for a quick pregame report.
Well, guys, when DeMar DeRozan hit free agency in the summer...
And DeRozan is so important to this Raptors team, DA. I'm sure they're glad he's sticking around for the long haul. Well, both sides in this game have incredible talents in the front court. You get the feeling, Steve, that they'll be going back and forth all night long.
When you have versatile guys in the front court, they can take over the basketball game because no matter what, rebounding is a premium. And then you have these guys that can score, dribble, and pass. From the front court, if you have a talented big guy, he can impact the game, I think, even more than a guard.
I agree. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the 1 and the 2. They create so much offense. Ibaka is the 4 and Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Miles in at the 3 spot.
Veteran move by DeRozan. Anticipates, causes the turnover, then sends them off to the races.
And that one is good from DJ.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
On defense, the Cavaliers, they come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And after a near win, you second-guess a number of things that didn't go your way.
I think looking back on that one, it's a learning experience. We'll see if they can make some of the necessary corrections.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. The Cavaliers pull it in.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
And DJ throws it down.
This is when DJ's at his best, when he's playing with an aggressive mindset.
Outside Lowry. Passes it to Miles. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Miles has got himself on the board with 3 there. Thomas kicks to DJ. Back to Thomas. And here's Love for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's great playing with big guys who can space the floor. Love does that and a lot more.
Ibaka with a screen on Thomas. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Over Love. Ibaka, no luck.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
The pass to DJ. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And a huge payroll for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steve, there's been tension at times with LeBron demanding more help to keep his team in title contention.
Yeah, the dollar signs, the luxury tax payments, and the tens of billions. Ownership made that commitment when they asked LeBron to come back. Money is no object when it comes to winning rings.
Here's DeRozan. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. DeRozan's got his second bucket.
One of his strong points, DeMar DeRozan, is so dependable when he gets to the mid-range. He knocks those down often.
Thomas sets a screen for DJ. Here's the screen, and so the ball is out of bounds. Miles touched it last. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Cavaliers.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
And DeRozan kicks to Ibaka. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Ibaka's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. DJ dishes to Thompson. Let's go. No good. In and out off the rim. Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And again, DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan's got 6.
So smooth coming off the pick. Sometimes DeRozan looks like he's moving slower than he really is.
DJ with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. To halt the run, and it's laid up and in by Thompson.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting. Yeah, that ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Nogueira comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. Miles.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork help this guy live at the line.
And a chance here to see our rookie watch. The biggest point-producing freshman over the last 10 games, DJ number 1.
He's really showing what he can do. I mean, providing an impressive knack offensively for a first-year player.
You know, the Raptors have the advantage of continuity. There's a trust and an understanding they share helps them win a lot of games.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
They get it back. The kick out to Rose. Cleveland moving it around. Now here's DJ. Tight defense on him. Goes back up. The kick out to Rose. Here's the three. And DJ gets it to go on the assist by Rose. 8 points for DJ.
It is so important to be able to hit the three-point ball. DJ putting up points and stretching out the defense.
And when you talk about the continuity and maturity of this Raptors team, is there a flip side to that, Steve? Does that limit their upside?
Well, Kevin, it's interesting. This front office has brought in some nice young pieces. I wouldn't write off their upside. They can improve if those younger guys make some strides.
Good.
It seems like almost every shot Lowry takes is contested, but he doesn't let it bother him.
Rose passes to DJ. That's tipped. Here's Powell. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, he attracts a lot of defensive attention, and that enables Lowry to create open looks for his teammates.
Rose, and he drops that one in. Rose has got his first 2 points of the night. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the Toronto Raptors. And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates.
He trusts you. Every time he punts the ball, when you don't shoot.
Well, if you wonder how much, and it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Then it's Isaiah Thomas, and it's DJ. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. He gets that one. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Mavericks was all business. He had 29 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. A great showing from the rookie. That's the kind of game that will attract a lot of attention his way. Hopefully he's ready for it, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
Ibaka sets the pick for Miles. With some arc, and the layup is good. Miles has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Solid screen by Serge. Quick enough to get to the spot, strong enough to hold his ground.
And DJ throws it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
And the shot goes down. 10 points for DeMar DeRozan.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And when you think about a slasher, a guy who makes his living attacking off the dribble, no better example than DeMar DeRozan.
It's Miles on the wing. They get it back. The putback, and staying with the play, Valanciunas.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
Love kicks to DJ. There's 42 seconds left in the second quarter. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Valanciunas against Thompson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Being that Valanciunas is 7 feet tall, he is a real problem for the defenses.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. The Raptors making a switch here. Lowry's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Pass to DJ. Stolen by Miles. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. Kicks to Lowry. Over Love. And so it's Toronto closing it. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the... Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. DJ really making a difference here.
Well, we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
He is reliable down there. Once he gets going, he is a machine.
So the Raptors 5 right now. The talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. Miles and Ibaka, the small and power forwards. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5.
And a late reaction by the defense makes that one a no contest.
You know, he got out before people could turn their heads, and he's already gone with no hesitation.
Lowry has the open look. Wide open shot is on the money. Lowry's got 7 points. Well, Steve, with all the sharpshooters in the league right now, we'll always see the pick and roll. It's never going to go away. Usually it was a small and a big. A guard getting the screen, the big then rolling inside and getting the pass. But now because the players are sometimes, we see smaller lineups, a lot of guards on the floor, 3 guards at a time. Sometimes you do see a guard-to-guard pick and roll. You see different sizes combining with the most standard play in the league.
You're totally right, Kevin. You look at the pick and roll, the hardest play to defend. And now we have the pick and pop. The bigs are not rolling. And like you said, we have guard-to-guard pick and roll. You want to just create a mismatch. And because of all the spacing, it's so hard because when a guy rolls down the lane, there's such a long run for defenders now. So that's why the pick and roll is great, especially with the new defensive rules. You can't be in a lane, so it opens it up even more.
DeRozan.
Clock at 4. Here's DeRozan. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
DJ with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Dishes to DJ. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Valanciunas.
And maybe it's shocking, and maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Nogueira comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Anunoby subbed in for C.J. Miles. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. There's the pick. Three-pointer, Lowry. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. That's 10 points for Kyle Lowry.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And in today's
41 seconds left in the third. Thomas kicks to DJ. Back to Thomas. On the wing, Thompson. And there's the feed to DJ. And Thomas now, top of the key. Pass to DJ. Stolen by Miles. Fast break, Toronto. Lays it in off the breakaway. Miles has got 9.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's DJ. Can't hit from the low block. And so it's Toronto going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
But man, we got to get down and get engaged until the end.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Cavaliers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. They've got DJ. He's out there with Kyle Korver. Kevin Love out there with Thomas. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Screen by Ibaka. Here's McDaniels. He's guarded by Love. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Outside for Korver. Now DJ. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
And for a guy who went undrafted, who had to impress scouts through individual workouts, credit DJ for his relentlessness.
And Toronto making a change here. Caboclo's checked in. Here's Thomas. He feeds it to Korver. The dish to DJ. Outside Thomas. Offline with his 3. Raptors shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Unloads from 13. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Love up top. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And DJ throws it down.
And this is the best feeling if you're DJ, hitting from anywhere he wants. The rim seems like it's the size of the ocean.
Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. Passes to Van Vliet. Screen by Ibaka. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
He did it with great body control. DJ absorbs the contact, completes the play, now goes to the line for a potential and one.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Nogueira comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Anunoby subbed in for KJ McDaniels.
And for Cleveland, repeat or no repeat, just having that first.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lowry kicks to Poeltl. Feeds to Lowry. He dishes it to Poeltl. Toronto working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. Expanding his range. Rose with the rebound. You know, Steve, many felt that it was fitting that the Cavaliers came back in the 2016 finals from a 3-1 series deficit to win it all. If you're going to finally break through, it would have to be against all odds to make something like that happen.
Yeah, so true. And the actual ring the team got after that comeback has a story to it. 3 white diamonds and 4 red garnets, showing the sequence of wins and losses. It reflects determination and the end of a curse.
DJ with it, now guarded by DeRozan. Here's Green, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
You know, Smitty, as the game grows internationally, we've seen a contrast drawn between the academies, for instance, in Europe and Australia and the youth basketball organizations in this country. Do you think we're doing it the right way? Should there be change, more policing of just how things are run at a very young level?
I think more policing, Kevin. I think also coaches being better equipped to be able to be around young kids. I think also how many games these kids are playing. I think obviously you want them to have games, but when they're playing 5, 6, 7 games in a weekend, I just think that's too much.
And again, Toronto no luck. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 10-1 run. Rose dishes to DJ. Back to Rose. Now here's DJ. Not a lot of room. And DJ throws it down.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Raptors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight, used it in their first 2 games. Against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
And we watched him all night long. No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for Kyle Lowry.
When we look back and we think about key takeaways from tonight's game, his leadership really stands out, controlling the pace, keeping everyone involved, and he made this offense sing.
DeRozan against Jefferson. DeRozan's shot is off. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 14-3 run. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from 3-point range. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they gotta be happy with the outcome.
Poeltl sets the pick for Lowry. High post shot. And that one comes up a bit short. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing. And about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
But only you saw what took many time to keep this to you for believing in me. Rain or shine, yes, in any weather. My grandma Pam holds the family together. My Uncle Doc's the greatest, better yet.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This game marks the end of the stretch at home for the Cavaliers, back on the road tomorrow. In fourth place in the East, this is a confident team. They're not backing down from anybody.
Well, I think for Cleveland, they haven't been the dominant force lately that we've kind of come to expect. They're still going to be a factor, though, in the postseason.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Wizards 5 right now. Morris and Gortat together down low. Beal and Porter at the 2 and the 3. And it's Wall in at the 1. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Fades away. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Gortat. And tonight, something we always like to see. Two fierce conference rivals going at it. Doris, what's the difference in emotion in a rivalry game such as this?
Well, what you like about something like tonight's game is there's a little bit of distaste, right? When these two teams meet, something important's on the line, and you can feel the intensity.
So it's Washington now, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
You know, this was about their perseverance and their conditioning. To me, that was the difference in overtime.
Porter against James. Korver gets a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Porter kicks to Wall. Connects from three-point range.
Oh, the spot-up opportunity, right? A nice confidence booster for John Wall.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. LeBron outside. DJ sets the screen for James. Over Porter. Gortat with the rebound.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
The pass to Porter. He dishes it to Wall. Got it. Good job in the low post. Wall's got 5 points so far.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Greg, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Boy, Kev, that's a tough attempt with a guy draped all over him, but DJ gets it to go and will get the +1.
Now here's Wall. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Rockets in Houston. Lets it go with a 3. They grabbed their own miss. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good. You know, I think we can get intoxicated with the offensive end where John Wall is just so stellar at the point guard position. But this guy's athleticism allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. He does a great job creating turnovers. Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
It's stolen by Morris. Outside Porter. Here's Wall. Wall missing again. And Doris, the turnovers you mentioned that Wall creates that are so valuable, he'll knock a ball loose and convert on the other end.
Well, he can do so many things on the defensive end, right, Kev? The steals have always been there. He's one of the best shot blockers at the point guard position because of his athleticism and his ability to come up with those chase down blocks with the speed and wingspan. Truly a thing of beauty.
Now here's Beal. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. Outside Porter, 6 to shoot. Outside Wall. No good on the three.
Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range.
How good is King James at spreading the floor, involving everyone on the offensive end?
Now let's find out what head coach Scott Brooks had to say to David Aldridge. D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. They're eager to finish the season series with a win, and he said, we can't settle for tough shots. We have the talent to get into the paint and finish strong. That's what I want our guys to focus on. Looks like dunks and layups are the order of the day today. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Love's checked in for Thompson. Crowder comes in for James. J.R. Smith's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Rose in for Thomas. Now here's Frazier. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the night.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
When you look at the Cavs bench, you certainly see a lot of veterans over there. LeBron wants teammates he can trust in the heat of the playoffs.
Now here's DJ. He's got 5. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Scott. Meeks passes to Frazier. Carter on the wing. Back to Frazier. Nice ball movement by Washington. Carter against Crowder. They set the pick. Here's the floater. And Carter lays it up and in. Carter's got his first points of the night.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
And DJ throws it down.
Boy, that's how you like to see DJ finish a drive, not holding anything back. Send a message.
The Cavaliers have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And last season, I think we saw just what could be a preview of what the Washington Wizards can be moving forward, right? They return to the second round of the playoffs. They have a clear core and strength to build around for the future.
Now, here's Scott. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Carter drives in. Shoots over Crowder. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And they pick up 2.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
And here's Frazier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Smith's shot is good.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
It really is, Greg. These squads are evenly matched. They are going at it right now.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Wizards out front, up 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and
go back, and I'm able to, read this comment.
I think it happened. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. DJ comes in for Jay Crowder. LeBron, he's checked in for Jefferson. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Derrick Rose. So on the floor for Washington, Beal and Porter at the 2 and the 3. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Wall in at the point. Beal can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Smith with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. And Beal kicks to Porter. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
The drive by James over Porter. That one wide left.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Wall dishes to Morris. The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And offensively, that night, it seemed like anytime they took one step forward, they'd end up taking 2 steps back.
It didn't seem, Greg, like they ever got any rhythm on the offensive end. They were in a hurry to get their shots off. Really difficult to win that way.
Back to Beal. Over Smith. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Beal's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Good defense, better offense. Beal is unfazed.
And the first half. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action. Foul. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
Korver and LeBron are the wings. EJ out there with Thompson. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Another shot, and he hits the jump shot. Thomas got the first field goal the second half for the Cavs. Or something that's become popular, debating whether a player is a star or a superstar. To you, what's the major difference between those two thoughts?
To me, the biggest difference between star and superstar are those guys who are willing to absorb the label on a night-by-night basis and a moment-by-moment basis. You can't disappear when the stakes get high. You can't disappear on a February night in the middle of the grind pre-All-Star break. Greatness requires you to come with it every single night.
And they don't care about the conversation about them. They're bulletproof in some ways, very thick-skinned.
Very Kobe-like attribute you just referenced.
Very good comparison. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Raptors was tremendous. He finished with 30 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. A fantastic effort for a guy who may just start making some waves around this league. Should be interesting to watch, Kevin.
Okay, David, no doubt he'll have the defense focused on him here after that stunning game last time out.
You better believe it. He'll be looking at double teams, guys up in his jersey all game long.
I think that's the way this guy likes it. He wants a challenge. It makes him more focused, more determined to show what a force he can be.
Kevin Love's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And a switcher also for Washington. Smith checked in for Gortat. DJ with it. He's got 8. Beal with the steal. And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And finished off by Beal.
Well, the speed and athleticism of Bradley Beal on display, streaking out for the early offense.
Thomas kicks to DJ. And the basket is good. DJ's got 10.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
Screen by Smith. There's Beal with the 3. And good, coming off the assist by Wall.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Thomas kicks to DJ. It's stolen by Morris. Porter against LeBron. And it's Wall in the corner. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
Porter against LeBron. Now here's DJ, guarded closer. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And anytime he takes the court, you can bet Isaiah Thomas is #1 with a bullet atop the other team's scouting report.
And he knows it too, Kev. Facing all of these double teams, this guy's worked so hard to become even more dynamic as a scorer and passer. He can finish with either hand. He can hit threes on the move. This guy is relentless, looking to improve.
Crowder, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Rose comes in for Kyle Korver. Nice ball movement by Washington. And again, Washington, no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Washington called for the foul.
I think part of what makes DJ special, guys, is his commitment to the game, right? He wants to be the best player he can.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Frazier kicks to Meeks. And Scott has it in the corner. Unloads from 13. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Scott's got his second basket of the night.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Here's Rose, and Rose throws it down.
Yeah, he's still showing flashes of that incredible athleticism. Rose is a force attacking the lane.
Frazier kicks to Meeks. Carter against Crowder. Stolen by Rose. Now Cleveland moving it up. And it's DJ missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Frazier outside. Back to Meeks. 3-pointer. Love grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 6. DJ with it. Scott's there. The shot misses.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
And another miss by Washington. For Cleveland, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Nice D from Scott.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And Meeks kicks to Frazier. Smith sets the pick for Carter. And stolen by Love. Now Cleveland moving it up. Crowder with the ball. Off target at the rim. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's the Wizards. They're up by 6. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. We welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. Washington leading now by 6. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Carter out there with Mike Scott. Then it's Jody Meeks. Then there's Frazier. And it's Gortat in at the 5 spot. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Cavaliers shooting well. They're at 45%. DJ with it. Scott's there. Now here's DJ. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Crowder, the pass to DJ. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, you look at the Cavs offense, right? It's all about drive and hit. They put the ball into the hands of LeBron and space the floor with that shooting. It's a sort of pick your poison situation.
And the Cavs last season first in the league in catch and shoot 3-pointers made.
Right, number 1, Kevin, in corner threes, and that was by a big margin. They put the ball in the hands of their stars and then position shooters around those 2.
And Washington making a change here. Morris is checked in. Chalk up 2 there. And the Wizards lead by 6.
Good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now DJ misses off the right iron.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Clock at 6. Here's Morris, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DJ. And Markieff Morris, a power forward who gives you a different look and a little bit of everything, Doris.
Well, what I love about Keith, he isn't going to back down on the block, and he's able to score in a number of different ways. Got a great nose for the basket, collected when finishing at the rim. This guy adds so much value.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. LeBron's checked in for Jay Crowder. Korver comes in for Smith. And Thomas subbed in for Derrick Rose. And then for Washington, Porter's checked in for Carter. Beal comes in for Meeks. And it's John Wall in for Tim Frazier.
Well, one thing we know about this Wizards team, they have no problem putting points on the board. Last year, they were 5th in the league in points per game. Offense was the strength of this team. Now, can they put together a little bit on the defensive end?
And for the Wizards and their offense, Doris, it starts with the backcourt, but they can hurt you at a lot of positions.
Right, Kev, because they had 6 players averaging double-figure points last season. It's a very strong passing team. They can score inside, they can score outside, and no lead is safe when they are getting shots to fall.
Well, John Wall's become one of the best passers in the game. There's no doubt about that. He sets up his teammates very well for scoring.
He really does, Kev. Last year, 2nd in the NBA in assists per game, almost 11 a game. He set the mark for most assists in a single season by a Wizard. What a great passer this guy has been his whole career.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Wall against Thomas. Rebound, Washington. Gortat's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Wall. Second shot opportunity. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. That free throw good from Gortat.
We know this. Marcin Gortat has always been a very heady player. This is a guy who won't force shots. He's always looking to get a quality opportunity, and he's got great awareness on the floor.
And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Timeout called, Cleveland. And people rarely think about the mental aspect of playing off the ball in the post, but Gortat Doris is as strong as any in the NBA.
Well, Kev, I think Marcin is so smart playing off the guys around him. He can face up and knock down a jumper from mid-range. He's an excellent cutter. There's a lot to like about his game.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He was not pleased. He said, you guys look dead out there. Told them they've got to play with more activity. And then he said, this is not going to cut it. I have to see who's going to step it up. Guys.
Wow, great concentration inside. Isaiah Thomas has got to time that shot perfectly, and his confidence is unshakable.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And Doris, regarding league expansion with the popularity of international basketball, you think there'll ever be a team added to the NBA that is not located in North America?
You know, this is a fascinating supposition because the game is so popular in China. The game is increasingly popular in any number of non-NBA cities in Europe, Kev. I just wonder about the logistics of it. We talk all the time about the difficulty of the travel schedule and then the games in a certain number of nights. If you're incorporating overseas travel, it just seems to me that that's going to be a tough jigsaw to work out.
It could be if you're playing on the East Coast and playing in London or a Paris. Those flights probably don't measure much over 7 hours. But I get your point, and that, you know, all leagues are looking at
this. And whatever play they run has to be quick.
No time to waste. They have to score fast and then foul quickly. Great job on the glass. Body's down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
And so they foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Don't you love how Isaiah Thomas now surveys the floor? This guy has been superb at the point, and he's embraced the challenge of becoming a leader.
Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 7. 9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And down like this, there's so much to talk about. I don't know if one timeout is going to be enough.
I think it's looking pretty bleak.
Is Frazier. Outside, Meeks. It's hauled in by Fry. Here's Rose. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me,